Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to my channel. Happy spring, happy new year. Well, today I wanted to talk about I don't really want to call it a mistake because I've learned from it, and somewhat like a mistake sounds a little bit negative, and I want to stay as positive as possible. Anyway, let's get into it. And I'm gonna give this to especially younger people, as I'm like on the older spectrum, and definitely I know I have some wisdom to share, so here goes. When I was younger, I used to have like a lot of visions and dreams, and I would tell everyone in my family and anybody who would listen. But one of the biggest mistake I made was actually telling it to anyone and everyone. I didn't understand that not everybody had dreams, not everybody had visions. In my mind, I thought everybody had dreams, they had visions, and just sitting around a table or just sitting together in a group and talking together. We were like actually sharing ideas, dreams, hopes, and aspirations, and everybody was like actually celebrating for each other. Unfortunately, this was not it in my case, and people had built up resentment towards me because I had like such high hopes and I had all these dreams and my visions were like so clear as to where I was going in life. And a lot of times people would, or individuals would look at me like I was like crazy because somewhat like I would like say things like I'm gonna do this, but in that current moment it just seemed impossible to everybody. But to me it was like pretty simple. So I'm gonna put this out to you. Whenever you have a dream, or even better, a vision, and I know it feels so overwhelming at times because you just want to share. It's best for you to write it down, buy yourself a journal, or talk it over with yourself, work on it, and if and when it's manifested or you're living in it, then you share. Because at the end of the day, not everybody is there for you. They're not going to be there cheering you on, especially when they themselves do not know what they want and they can't understand how is it you know exactly what you want. I would prefer not to dive into the idea of somebody being envious. But envy and jealousy does exist. And sometimes it comes from the people closest to us. So it's a new year, or some prefer to call it spring. It's a new beginning, and it's a great time to start putting in work into those dreams and ideas. But as I said before, sometimes it's best to keep, I'd say like probably 95% of the ideas or dreams or visions that you have in mind. Because not everybody's going to be happy for you. It's in my opinion, it's just a part of the life. And for those who have people that are always there for them, who are always like cheering them on. This is not for you. This is for people who sometimes they have dreams, ideas, hopes, visions, or whatever it is, and somewhat like you've put it out there, you've spoken to everybody and anybody, and then for some reason you get confused because it's like you're almost about to touch that dream and it just dissipates and you're wondering like what happened, especially if that constantly happened to you. This is for you. I do talk to myself, and I think you should too. And better still, get yourself a journal, write things down. And you don't have to write it down so that if random person find it, then they can read it or whatever it is. You can make up your own code and write it in a way where only you alone can understand it. Life is simple if you want to make it simple, and complicated if you allow it to be complicated. Never stop dreaming, never stop hoping. Spend time loving yourself. And definitely, definitely do not waste time on envy, jealousy, revenge, because that's just wasted time and energy you could have been spending working on your dreams and your hopes. Happy spring, happy new year, and all the best.